Alright, here for a Pauper video today. Playing some good old Tron in the challenge. Didn't know there was a showcase this weekend, so we're missing out on it, but that's alright. So, this is my own Tron list. It's Tron. It's changed quite a bit since the last time I played it. I've been keeping an eye out on what's been successful, and then I'm still playing my own list at the end of it all. So I think that Generous Scent's pretty great. I'm on two targets, one Tangled Islet, one Forest. I think if I've got neither of them, I'm probably not going to need any more. Very low land count because we are on the Generous Scent, so 21 with those two, and then we've got the 4 Expedition map, so there's still a lot of ways to get lands. Two Cave of Temptations because it's just a nice multicolored land and it helps my sideboard a lot out, which I'll get into later, which is why I want those filters, and then 3 basics. I just want as many untapped lands as possible. Tap lands are real awkward. The only reason I'm running any is Bojuka Bog as a utility land, and then Tangled Islet because it's blue off of Generson, which is a pretty big deal. 4 Expedition map, 2 crop rotation. I think you just really want Tron right now. You want to. It's a good way to hit my land drops as well. Lets me go a little bit leaner on them. Seems nice. 2 Impulse, 2 Visionaries Dance. Visionaries Dances seemed okay, and then this list is pretty light on turn 2 blue. So that's why I'm on 2 copies instead of just the 1. I think it seemed fine. 3 Moments Peace, 2 Weather the Storm. Some lists are running 2. That seems a little too greedy for Moments Peace. You really, in the matchups where you want it, you really need it early, so you can't really skimp on numbers. And then 2 Weather the Storm because Burn is everywhere. It's like every other match, man. It's crazy. Burn's just so good right now, I guess. 4 Prophetic Prism. No energy refractors. I think that playing Tron and being able to lose to a deck that just brings in 4 Smash Smithereens or just a bunch of annuls kind of sucks. And instead, I've decided to build my mana base in a way that I can play a little bit without it. So we're a little lean on the artifact. And it does make your busted draws a little less busted, but I think that that's okay. And then 2 Ghostly Flicker, 1 Ephemerate, pretty standard. My counter suite is Dispel, Prohibit, Unwind. I'm a really big fan of Dispel. I think it's really solid and against Snuff Out and stuff like that. And it's got great targets in so many matchups while still being cheap. Because even though you got Tron mana, using Tron mana to just play expensive cards is gonna your opponent's just gonna be able to tempo you with counter spells, right? It doesn't matter. You need to double spell. So the power of Tron is you play multiple good efficient spells in a turn rather than just one fat spell a turn. You're gonna lose otherwise. And then Unwind is just a nice little counter with Tron mana. Prohibit's pretty standard, my one way to counter creatures. 1 Breath Weapon, it's still pretty solid. I kind of tanked for a while on Cast Down versus Breath Weapon. Ultimately arrived on Breath Weapon just because it's really good against fairies. It's really good against killing Gutter Snipe and the other red aggro deck, the Rally Red and stuff like that. Only 2 copies of Bonder's Ornament. I think the card is really, really good when it's good, but there's just so much hate for it that it's not so good that you can just power through hate with it. Pretty bad against hate, and there is a lot of just incidental stuff for it. So I think 2 copies is fine. I don't want to lean harder onto it. And then the 2 teachings pretty standard. 3 walls. I like having extra walls. It's just buy back your stuff. Same thing. Fog lock matchups. You really just want to get it set up as soon as possible. I think if I were to cut a wall, I'd probably just run an additional Pulse of Marasa because it's good with Generous Scent. It's good with crop rotation to gain life in the burn matchups, stuff like that. 3 Muldrifter, 1 Unfathomable Truth split. I think that Muldrifter is still fantastic for being able to get back with Pulse, Flicker it, all that nice stuff. Evoke it when you don't want to spend the full 5 mana. Lots of utility, but I still like the 1 Truth because being able to teachings for a card advantage card that gives you plus cards compared to just the super inefficient teachings for teachings and then get 3 more spells. You just teachings for truth and then you're up and you're off to the races. Already went over Generous Scent and Visionary's Dance. I am running 1 Rolling Thunder, helps end the game. I don't know if it's necessary between Visionary's Dance, Generous Scent, and then the Caves of Temptation. Um, we'll see if it comes relevant. I think I'm probably going to end up sideboarding it out a lot, though, to be honest. But I can see some matchups where it's okay. I think I've seen people run the Hydra sometimes. I briefly considered running Ulamog's Crusher. because it's a good way to pressure your opponent's permanence, kind of make sure you're ending the game like that. But I ultimately arrived on Rolling Thunder because if I'm playing against something like Black Green Gardens that removes a ton of my stuff, eventually I'm just going to hit land drops and thunder them for 20 plus damage and win the game. Is kind of why I arrived on it, as well as it being okay in other matchups. Sideboard, I like Blast. Two Stonehorn Dignitary helps play around, Flaring Pain, additional fog sources, 6 blue blast, reds everywhere, as I mentioned earlier. Just a great card. Right? Even if it's not red aggro against Affinity, the gameplay is over Krark Clan Shaman and their Pyroblast. John brings in Pyroblast. I bring in Pyroblast in the blue matchups, 5 of them. Card's great. One Ancient Grudge for the matchups that bring in Relic that I actually feel like answering it. There's some matchups where I'm just going to try and power through it. An additional Weather the Storm. I don't know if this is really necessary. I just didn't know what else to put. There wasn't anything that felt super needed. Maybe it's supposed to be like a Dinner of the Horror or something for the mirror. I don't know. Um, but it's Weather the Storm right now. Pretty alright stuff. I don't know how standard it is these days, but I'm kind of excited to play Flickertron. Deck's still really nice. I enjoy it a lot. I wish I got to test it more and arrive at some of these card choices myself. I mean, I did end up building this myself. This is still very much a list I've made. Um, but like, I really wish I had more time to play this more when Bonner's Armament initially hit. I only got to play it some, but deck seems great. Thought about playing eggs, but I've subjected you guys to a lot of eggs lately, so I thought I'd shake it up and at least play something else within Tron. And at some point, I do want to try familiars with what's it? Foil. I don't think I want to play Snuff Out in this metagame. Snuff Out was really there just for the Seeker combo. But we'll see how this challenge goes. Looking forward to it. Alright, playing in the Pauper challenge today. I didn't realize the showcase was happening as well, so I'm kind of missing out on that. We're going to keep the 6, get rid of Unwind here. I'm leaning more towards just turn 2 end, because that guarantees I can play the Prism. And then we can just work on a map later when I know what I want to get anyways. But missing out on the showcase is kind of sad. I could have made it. I have the tickets for it. I have the qualifier points, whatever it takes. I don't remember. I just didn't know it was happening today. So this is a okay-ish matchup. I do have the fog and stuff and the life gain. My hand's not that great for it, but we'll see what we can't scrounge up. Tronland would make this worthwhile. I don't think another map is really going to do it for me, though. If I pick up Tronland, I think we're okay. Otherwise, I'm pretty screwed. I don't have time against a red aggro to just map, go, and then crack and crack slowly like that. Burning Tree, how many you got? That's not too bad. Another Burning Tree, Voldar, and Epicure. I'll counter that Burning Tree. Land is really, really big deal right now. Not the best land, but I'll still take it. I'll play out one map. I don't really need to weather. Not when I'm gonna... I'm hoping he doesn't have a third land here, and we can just eat this Burning Tree and more or less time walk him. He has the land, which kind of sucks. Still counter Burning Tree here. It's pretty big tempo. Then he's just going to Epicure and do nothing else. Next turn, I'm probably just cracking my map and saying go. Trying to set up a bigger storm. Not looking too good, though, with the two non-Tron land set up here. Impulse. I think he's gonna kill me. I hold up weather. No. We just impulse anyways. I don't think it's worth holding because there's a chance I can hit Tron still and then just build a big storm with Muldrifter and everything else. Or I hit Breath Weapon. Yeah, 6 damage here. We're at 8 plus 5. And we're just going to weather for 9 life. That's about what it's going to be for anything I play. Yeah, this deck's pretty good sometimes, especially when your opponent doesn't have anything. If I can hit a fog, if I can hit really anything, we're kind of okay. I don't even know if I can map here. I don't think I can. I think I'm just gonna impulse here. Try and find a fog. There's a fog. And then we can go land, map, fog them, untap. I think I'm still short. No, I should be able to untap. Yeah, Muldrifter and Flashback Fog. So 11 life against potential burn isn't too bad. Pretty possible. They like might just have Galv, Fire Blast, Top Deck Lightning Bolt or something, but yeah, there's the Galv. He wanted to do it before he cracks his blood token. That makes a lot of sense because he doesn't have Metalcraft if he does. What you got? I'm expecting a lot of aggro for people either double queuing or some weaker opponents because they dropped out of the showcase. We'll see. Really, really wish I made it, but kind of on me for not keeping up with what's going on in competitive. Just been having so much fun cubing and like didn't notice. Double Bushwhacker's pretty good. If I didn't have the fog, I'd be scared, but I've got the fog, so I don't know if you really had to play it there. I feel like it might be almost worth just holding on to the blood token and try and kill me a bit earlier. Oh, he drew a mountain. Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, feeling pretty safe then. No Metalcraft from my opponent. Just on one in hand. I mean, I'm obviously not winning yet, but this is how we make a comeback. There's teachings which should shore up the game. I can get fog on the first half and then my other weather the storm at some point. Yeah, we'll flash it back. Actually, it probably just grabs breath weapon, huh? Even better. Gives him his clockwork back, but that seems fine to me. Let's see what we draw here first. Wall. I'm a little bit more inclined to go for the fog then. Let's go ornament. Fog you. I'm just gonna hit him for 2. No, it's gotta be breath weapon, right? Even if he rebuilds, I've got the wall to set up with, and then I can pulse up a drifter at some point. I think cleaning up the board is a little too good. It's a percussionist, yeah, that's fine. Dinner scent is pretty great here. Let's see, I play it and I crack it, and then I've only got 4 mana left over. I go wall into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't quite have enough. I'm just gonna wall up Weather the Storm here, and then plan on flashing back teachings. He doesn't really have any pressure right now, and this way he tries to do anything weird. I feel like Weather's my best bet. I guess he could have double bolt, but that feels pretty unlikely with how he's played this game. And then we're just going to crack the food token now. And then teachings into Weather the Storm, I think. I think I want Pulse of Marasa. Or just like a Ghostly Flicker. Probably Pulse, because it gets back either Genercent or Muldrifter. This way I can get a Flicker later. Go to 18 here. Even if our opponent is able to play a few spells and a Bushwhacker number 3 somehow. Or at a very comfortable life total. I think he's just got lands in hand. Alright, Burning Tree's the start. I like the 2/1/1 spell and Bushwhacker, and then you're kind of get some damage through. We're still fine ultimately. That's all you're doing. It feels like this game is over. He does not have Metalcraft right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna flashback teaching. Grab Ghostly Flicker. Perfect. And then we can start attacking him. Flicker are 2 things. If he wants to chump block with the Clockwork, I'm okay with that. And then I'll Flicker on his upkeep before he develops Metalcraft. Or he can just concede. That works too. We got to be really careful of him having what's it? Access to. I don't think I need the 3rd Weather in this matchup. He's gonna Pyroblast and Flaring Pain. I'm gonna cut a Flicker. I'm gonna cut a Mnemonic Wall. I don't really care for Bonder's Ornament. I don't think I'm gonna be able to cast Rolling Thunder at any timely rate. We've got all these Hydras. Dispel's a little bit worse. And then the last 2 cuts are a little bit harder. I guess Prohibit Unwind. Not that hard. I feel pretty well set up for this matchup. I mean, I've got double Stonehorn and then all the Hydros. I think most games I lose are just going to be off of my mana. Like he's got to smash the Smithereens for my Prophetic Prism or something, or I keep a heavy Tron land and I don't get colors in time. I can see losing to Flaring Pain every once in a while as well, where I keep a Moment's Peace hand and he just Flaring Pains me. I think it's still worth running Moment's Peace because you gotta force him to have it, hold up the 2 mana for it as well. I just don't want to lean on it super hard. I think it is the 3rd Moment is better than the 3rd Weather. They don't storm off that hard, and typically I can't storm off until I'm already very far ahead. Yeah, I think this is all very fairly reasonable. Suppose there's a world where I lose if he brings in a lot of relics and I draw really awkwardly, but that feels pretty low chance. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's got Moment's Peace, Weather, Prophetic Prism, Stonehorn. Generous Ent for the land seems solid. Down to 6 for our opponent, considering a 5. Just think about what to put back. Alright, kept the 6. Sure. A decent draw. Any land is really nice, honestly. Doesn't have to be Tron. I mean, I prefer Tron, but not doing too bad here. Okay, Burning Tree. This first step of having a good aggro draw. I'll probably just go Forest Go on next turn rather than playing the Prism. Just because this lets me hold up Weather the Storm or Moment's Peace. If he just attacks me for 5, I'll still Moment's Peace it. Sure. Pretty good. Also a good draw. I think I'm still gonna just hold up another Moment's Peace again. Let's see what he does here. I might try to Weather as well if he does double spell. I just want to get value out of it before he's got such a big board that if I get hit by a Flaring Pain, I just lose the game. I'll play the Prism. Then we get a Weather the Storm off, and we've got Cave of Temptations into Stonehorn next turn. If he has the Bushwhacker, he's doing okay. A lot of damage. Even if he doesn't, it's still not that bad of a position for him. I think we're both kind of still setting up. Okay. It's no Bushwhacker, but still a decent play. Max me pretty hard, gets me down to 13 here. Cave, and then we'll slam this. Stonehorn. Very afraid of Pyroblast right now. Up here's pretty whatever. Ghostly Flicker. Can't really play it here. No Pyro. Okay, I might be dead here because we just didn't draw a single Hydro or Fog right now. Kind of hoping for one. I don't think Flickering is going to get me anywhere. So we're taking, what, 6, 7, 8, 9 on board? I'm dead to a Lightning Bolt. Don't like that. Do like that. Now we're dead anyways. Alright, fair enough. Good old Bushwhacker. Yeah, kind of just petered out at the end there. Hydroblast would have gone a very, very long way of making that game easier. Or Tron. Tron would have also made that easier. Then I could have gone Drifter and Flicker at some point, or protected my Prophetic Prism, all that stuff. Would it really be a challenge with me on Tron if I didn't lose round one to a red aggro deck? I mean, it's just basically fate at this point. It happens every single challenge. Yeah, weather was about as mediocre as I kind of anticipated in that match. Gained 9 life, which is kind of okay, but I don't have any board control. It kind of sucks, which I don't really have a whole lot of creatures to do it with. Our opponent's definitely double queuing if they're taking this long on sideboarding as the mono red deck. Right, play here. Yeah, this hand's significantly better than anything else I've looked at this match. Helps to have better hands too. We had a keepable hand, but I would not call that last game's hand great. And then our game one was very, very awkward as well. It's got Blue Blast, Impulse, and then it's got Map to potentially find Tron later. Pretty happy with it. This being my one tap, well, I guess I also have Bojuka Bog, but one of my few tap lands in the deck. Mildly awkward, but take it. If we hit another land, we're going to play Map. Otherwise, I'm planning on Impulsing, because I'm likely going to Hydroblast early anyways. Relic, I would love that. Alright. Absolutely love to see that. Thank you for slowing down. Don't lean that hard on Flicker. I'll Blue Blast a Burning Tree Emissary, but I think I let a lot of things resolve because I really need... Oh, let's 2-2 Haster. I think I'm just going to Blue Blast because I'm so far from anything else playable. If he pyros me, that's fine. If he just plays another 1-drop, that's also fine. I just want to make sure the board's a little bit more manageable. I'm going to be spinning my wheels for a little while. I'm not really that close to casting Breath Weapon. I guess I should have played Map. That was a... I don't know. If I'm planning on countering something like a Tomb Raider, I really should have just played Map. Yeah, that's fine. Right, what do we get? Wholesome Marasa, not the best with an active relic on the table. Ooh, well, now we're in trouble. We'll grab the land. If he wants to spend his turn hitting me with a smash, that's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. Right now I'm leaning towards just grabbing filter lands. Not too bad. Crack it right away, or are you gonna hold on to your blood token? It does give you Metalcraft. Got it. Okay, keeps it. Yeah, I have to crack this for a land drop. We'll just grab Cave of Temptations and pass. Fluff the fog. That kind of sucks. It's not as bad then. Taking 4 here. Gonna impulse. Probably just want land still. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I'm just gonna breath weapon him. He's on 1 card in hand. Answer his board. Set myself up. Just hardcast Drifter next turn. If he has another Pyro, sure. Kind of makes me think he does with how aggressively he red blasted me, but we'll see. Might have smashes in hand as well. Haven't really given him a good chance since that expedition map, and wanted to play other cards there, so. I like this a lot more than Muldrifter. No, it's still Muldrifter. Yeah, Pyro? That's Pyro. Yeah, I figured. No pressure on board, so I'm not too broken up about it. I'll exile our Muldrifter to the tap. That way Wall's a little bit better. Wall's still a body. I'd rather play it over Pulse. Rally is fine. I mean, it's pressure. He has Pyro 3. This could get a little ugly. Truth is amazing. Yeah, I'd rather play that over just a wall into that relic. No land sucks, but could generous him next turn. Would you believe we're a Tron deck? I haven't really done a whole lot of Tron things this match. No Hydro either. I'm in a little bit of trouble. Let's exile the Truth. Burning Tree, sure. And 2. He's gotta have Pyro in hand. He's not even cracking that blood token. There's a map, but I'm just gonna go generous end here. Pass the turn. It might be a Smash to Smithereens, I don't know. If it is, that's a little dangerous because we lose the food token and he gets some damage in. Relic isn't doing a whole lot anymore. You should really crack it at this point. Bushwhacker here is pretty good. It puts me at 3. Relic number 2? Yeah, man, that's awesome. Doesn't attack, doesn't even crack it to try and find anything. Love it. Kind of want to hold on to this Visionary's Dance to end the game with it. I run into a Pyroblast. I think this is what I do. Just evoke it, try and draw some cards. He has a Pyro. I can still hold up Fog or crack my food token. Yeah, he has a Pyro. That's fine. really want to fight over it with my Hydro. I'd rather save it for something I care about more. He doesn't even crack the relic here? What are you doing? I've got 6 cards in hand. I don't need my graveyard, bro. I know. Sure. Are you gonna sit on that one too? Alright. I'm not gonna complain. There we go. We'll go expedition map here and pass, and this way we can go Visionary's Dance and probably just end the game with it. Please crack. Okay, thank you. If he didn't crack one there, I'm shocked. I'm already shocked he's not cracking the second. You really only need one if you plan on tapping them. You're just not going to win the game if you sit here, man. Clock's ticking. I've got Tron next turn. You're already down 3 Pyros. Yeah, you're just not going to win the game passing a turn like this without a relic or anything. We need mine. Sure. Now I can start smacking him. My end. Yeah, tap that all you want, brother. It's not gonna matter. Because Bushwhacker will probably just Moments Piece him. I guess there's a world where I draw another Blue Blast or something and I can develop this wall. Or just do that. Bet you at 4 life. Or are you just dead with this? Yeah, you're just kind of dead, aren't you? I think some amount of Relic is okay. Like, it did stop my pulse and stuff, but at the same time, if that was just a 1-drop that attacked me, I would have died. I would have lost this game. And then him sitting on that second put him down a card. He basically voluntarily put himself 2 cards down this match, or this game. But take what you can get. See you guys for next round. All right, round 2 on the draw here. Hand seems keepable. Got Tron, Land Prism, Impulse Dance. Yeah. Our opponent is almost definitely double queuing here, so I'm expecting some kind of aggressive deck. As they decided to show up for a second and then go AFK again. Fortunately for them, I'm a quick player, so I'm going to be giving them priority a lot. Hopefully they're not playing something too slow. I'm going to time out. Good old Forest into Bogles. All right. Red off sprawl. Maybe not vocals. Maybe green red land destruction. No, no. If that's the case, we're in trouble. Let's see what they've got. Yeah? Alright. Nothing. Like that. I'm just gonna impulse here. We've got 4 mana. Hit me with an initiative on turn 3. Structural destruction. Yep. Grab the land. Crop rotation would be a great draw. Really just looking to hit our land drops and potentially win a game through this. Seems like a pretty bad matchup for us. Land destruction in the challenge. While they're double queuing, the disrespect, we're going to lose to it too. If we can hit our third land, we'll have Ghostly Flicker up, which is pretty good. I don't like my odds. My opponent kept 2 lands, 2 enchantments, so let's see what they've got. If they had Acid Moss, they would have already slammed it. All right, what you got? Passed on 3 mana, so we know he has no 3 mana land destructions. No, he must have top decked it, I guess. Sure. I think I actually Cave of Temptations here. I'd like to be able to protect my Tron lands. Got Moment's Peace or Weather the Storm, depending on what pressure this is. Just a Chrysalis, that's fine. Probably just Visionary's Dance then, looking for anything. Repurposer, sure. Also fine. It could have been a lot worse. I still grab the dance. Got another tower in hand. Wholesome Marasa would be a good draw. An okay draw. It's not actually that great. I already have copies of the 2 Tron lands in my hand. That's a great draw. All right. Got access to Fog. Got access to Ghostly Flicker. All right, just don't cascade into the pirate. Yeah, that's fine. Another Chrysalis here. I'm just gonna go ahead and weather the storm here. Gains 9. It's not gonna get much better anytime soon. That's also a fantastic draw. Play our tower out. And then I don't know if I'm going to bother Moment's Piecing yet. That's just 10-13. They don't run burn, so if I can make it last 1 turn longer, I would like to. Well, that was a great top deck. I might have to now. We got the Ghostly Flicker. I'm not too worried about this. How much damage is this? 8, 10, 11. Yeah, that's lethal. That was a good draw. Puts me behind a turn because now I've got to do that, and I don't think Genercent does much either. That's a decent draw, though. I will hard cast it. Gonna have to flashback Fog. Makes me vulnerable to land destruction. I hope he plays it pre-combat. No, fair enough. Can I survive if I just jump here? 6, 12, 18. Nope. Alright, flashback the Fog. Harbor Elf. Yeah, that's fine. Don't really want to cycle Genercent here. Genercent let me survive a turn. All Drifter does, so no point in playing Ent. I'm just jumping anyways. I shouldn't have played the cave first. Well, Ghostly Flicker is pretty awesome here. Well, Chump is 2 Chrysalis, and then Flicker my Drifters. I've got Dispel or Crop Rotation as well. He hits another Pirate, we're in trouble. But I like our odds. It's kind of as... I think if I untap, or if we get this Flicker off, either way, we just win from there. Alright. Sideboard, we're gonna cut Weather the Storm, bring in Ancient Grudge, Stonehorn Dignitary, and I don't know what the last card we're gonna cut is. Probably Rolling Thunder. Well, no, I still have to win the game. I probably do need Rolling Thunder. So we block here and here. And then we flicker our Mull Drifters and draw 4 cards. Dispel is probably the cut. Yeah, Dispel is probably the cut. 2 Weathers and a Dispel. Winning game 1 is very important because post board they get even more favored against me. There's the Fog as well. I don't need Visionary Stance to win this game, so let's try and find a wall. Get this last bit of the game short up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and Impulse. See if we can't find what I'm trying to find. Pulse of Marasa is probably the pick here. Then we go map. Pass. Discard. Dispel. I just will smack him for 4 in the air here. I'm fogging anyways. We're gonna ephemerate. Grab that tower. And then yeah, I do just want to deck. Then I'm gonna have to discard some of these cards anyways, but that's fine. Just need to hit wall. There we go. Okay. Pass the turn. Discard you. Memory fog upkeep. I don't really care if he gets some extra info. And then eventually we'll draw Rolling Thunder and win the game. Nah, I really should have both off, just in case. Let's get back a power. My creatures aren't dying anyways, so I'll just play it now. No way he's on main deck, like Fairy Macabre type effects. Yeah. Bruce is a pretty decent draw. Just gonna wall number 2 and grab Ghostly Flicker and then number 8. Moment's Peace. Play you out. Pass the turn. Keep Moment's Peace. I'm gonna play it properly. I've got more than enough clock, so we're gonna grab Unwind. I guarantee he can't do anything weird, and then we'll start grabbing Impulses or casting Truce, whatever. This. I have counters. I'm not too worried about whatever this is. Is this like Rolling Thunder or Hydra? It's some kind of X spell. Surprised if he's on Thunder, but seen Stranger Things, Leagues, Challenge, but we'll see. What you got? Sixborn Hydra, sure, don't care. That makes more sense. Matchups like this is why we run Rolling Thunder. It would be a pain in the butt to win otherwise. Probably should have played the island. Oh well. Yeah, I'll Mole Drifter. Sure. Don't need this anymore. Yeah, just discard the tap land, I guess. They're trying their best. I've got the fog lock, so I don't really have to worry about doing any combat math. Combat math is for people who don't have fogs. I'm sure there's a way I could like block and survive this, but no need to. Look at some unfathomable truths here. Need to draw Rolling Thunder. Grab Unwind for when I do draw it, in case he's got something. Well, no, he has nothing in his hand, so we're just going to grab Impulse or Visionary's Dance so he can do it this turn. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Somewhere in our deck there is a Rolling Thunder. Let's pass. Or this crop rotation. Actually, I don't want to show him the second crop rotation. We'll show him a Weatherless Storm because it's coming out anyways. Postboard gets significantly harder. Graveyard Hate from them is pretty good against us. Sure, man. Sure. Let's do this. Flash it back. I don't even need to buy it back anymore. Let's grab Impulse. Looking for Rolling Thunder. There we go. All right. One game one. I don't think Blue Blast fight over Pirates is really worth it. They're base green. About as good as it gets for me here. I don't think they have. Oh, well, Breath Weapon's pretty garbage too, huh? Might as well do other, I guess. Matchup's pretty terrible for me, though. Like, especially on the draw, there's so many games where I just never get off the ground, and they just kill me. Kind of lucked out that our opponent didn't have pressure for a few turns there, so he managed to get there eventually. Prohibit's not that good against them, but it seems better than anything else. Kick out relics eventually. Kick it to counter lane destruction mid game. Destruction is pretty crazy in this metagame, though. I guess you still got the fatties, but like, I don't know. Deck doesn't seem that fantastic. The fact that I can even take games and have a chance in the match, and I'm playing Tron. The Tron deck should not be able to even beat the land destruction deck at all. If it is, then land destruction is just not that good. Yeah, we'll keep this. Man, this hand's great if our opponent wasn't land destruction. Leaning towards leading on Angled Islet. See what you got. Thermokarst? Yep. Also is pretty good draw. Okay. Well, we get to untap with a Tron land. Do I? Yeah, I just pass. I need the land drop anyways, so if he has land destruction, we're off Tron. If he doesn't, we get Tron into Prism. Alright, Double Chrysalis is pretty spooky. A lot of damage, alright. That lethal next turn? It might be. Probably is. Definitely is. Yeah, okay. I mean, I can work with this. If he goes for land destruction post combat, we're kind of screwed. Boarding party, he's top decking now. Utopia Sprawl doesn't do anything. And then we untap and we can wall him. Would love another land drop. Visionaries Dance. Um, that's so risky. We're just dead to a top deck land destruction spell if I do that. But I also just win the game if he doesn't have it. All right, make him have it. I feel like I should be able to win from here now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Free land drop. I think what I'm gonna do is just pass and Ghostly Flicker to refresh into my Moments piece. That lets me hold up significantly more mana. And then I can untap and wall and set up from there. Yeah, I like that line. I also survive just by blocking here and Pulse of Marasa. That's 14, 17. I would survive. It'd be a little awkward though. No, I think I'm just gonna do this. That's a fantastic draw. Okay. Still in trouble if he has land destruction, by the way. Why I'm trying to play it to where if he does have it, I can just go for pulsing up the land and being okay afterwards. But I don't know. We'll see. That's fine. Flicker number 2 makes this significantly easier. Another land would be nice, but yeah, we just play Stonehorn here out, and we can just pass the turn with Flicker for the rest of the game. I just need a counterspell for any potential Relics of Progenitus, and we're good to go. All right, feels good. Yeah, let's play the Forest out. And then we can just go Sonic Wall or no, Mole Drifter because I'm digging for counter magic. I'll play a Prism. There's Ephemerate. Alright. Feels extremely safe from here. Do what you gotta do, man. He might have a second one. That would make sense to go for it like this. Yeah, we'll just protect it like this. That's fine. Got more than enough flickers to work with to not be concerned. Solid draw. I don't just want to hit my land drops. I think I'm going to pulse up this Tangled Islet. Get more colors going. I'm just going to ephemerate my Stonehorn and pass. Cool. The game's pretty over. We're going to have to play it out, but I don't think my opponent can really win from here. Eventually I'm going to start rolling Thundering him. Even though I don't have the counter, it doesn't really matter. Could still stack. I don't actually. I know MTGO UI makes it kind of awkward to tell. Alright, so let's see. That's 12, 16, 18. Let's just under you for like 12. Get you again next turn. Yeah, because it just says one more, and I flickered that a lot more than just twice. Future for 12 again. And end the game. Managed to get there against land destruction. Didn't have a super high amount of land destruction game 2. They didn't have the pressure to support their land destruction game 1. Solid stuff. 2-0. You guys for round 3. All right. Round 3, and I seem to be having a memory leak issue. I don't know why. I might have to restart Magic. We'll keep this hand on the draw. Our opponent's quite polite. Blasting Jelly, Tron land. Okay. Hand's actually a bit better with this. We'll grab the filter land more than like, oh my goodness, this is really bad, Mike. Okay. I sure hope this isn't going to cost me the match. I don't know if you guys are seeing how ridiculously laggy I am. So this looks like a Flicker Tron matchup then. You have the Bonder's Ornament, which is really good. I do have Bog in hand, so we're somewhat set up. I'm just going to grab the Cave of Temptation here. Play it out. That's the turn. Not the best draw here from us, but you take what you can get. Our opponent's not super strong either. I mean, they might just cast like a Muldrifter or something, or just pass, sure. I'm just going to cast Generous End. I'm not really doing much else with it. I've already got the basic forest. Maybe there's a world where I want the Tangled Islet as well, but feels like it's pretty far away. I think I just want to get a 5-7 on the board, maybe hit my opponents a few times. I was probably just going to draw with Bonder's Ornament here. Oh, cast Mystical Teaching, sure. Get crop rotation. Hold the multiverse. Okay. Another teachings. Ooh, we're gonna get 2 with 1 bog. What a good day. Crop rotation. Then they can use their blasting jelly. Yep, that's all fine. We're gonna Bojuka Bog them. Smack them for 5. Candy Trail, sure. Blasting Jelly, Candy Trail. Not a strange list. I mean, we're both 2-0, so working out for them. I don't think Candy Trail's that bad. I just saw a ton of cards with it, so maybe it's better than Impulse. I don't know. Probably not. We're gonna Impulse ourselves here. Another generous ent or unwind. I think unwind is better. I could have cracked the food. Oh well. My magic online is lagging so badly right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he has ornament. Tractor, I think, is worth countering here. Unlocks his mana quite a lot, and I think it's better than just sitting on Unwind plus Dispel. Thinking about countering back if I had to guess. I wouldn't. It's a pretty mediocre one for one. Ornament 2, not that big of a... Well, it is kind of a big deal, but it's not a deal I can really fight over, you know? That's actually pretty solid if I could cast it, so I guess I'm just going to cycle it. Off Prism's great. Let's play a wall out. I mean, he has the counter, sure. He's drawing off an ornament, sure. We're off this spell for a turn, but whatever. Teaching's number 3? Wow. Alright. Can't say that's where I thought this was going. Arcane Denial. What a unique list is what we're going to call it here. Yeah, I would love to draw 2 cards. Map is fine. Get on Prism. Another Prism, sure. Back for 5. I think I'm going to go ahead and crop rotate for the tower here and then pass. He wants to counter that. It's probably fine. I know he has Prohibit, but I've got to eat it eventually. Actually, yeah, I'm okay with fighting over this. He gets Weather the Storm. It's a little awkward for me. Sure. Oh, he has the weather. Yeah, that's fine. We're fighting over flickers then, which makes countering this teachings worthwhile. Prism's fine. I'm just gonna F6. See what he's got. Map, sure. He bogged me, I'm a little sad. Lose all of our counters, but I'm gonna bog him back. At some point. I want to do it now just to cantrip it. He's probably out of counters. Yeah, let's just cantrip our Ghostly Flicker and exile those counters out of his graveyard. A fantastic draw. Be aware of that blasting jelly over there. Great draw. I think I'm gonna Cave of Temptation my Generous End here and force him to respect it a little bit more. Am I? No, we're on the Flicker game plan, I think. He does have the double ornament, but he's also got a lot of air in his deck at this point. We're gonna go for this Ghostly Flicker here. Eat that barrel of blasting jelly. I think this is the easiest way to respect. No, no. If he has a Flicker, this is going to be the way to do it. And then we pulse while this is still in the stack. This way, if he has a Flicker, we don't lose everything all at once. What a good draw. Memory Leak seems to have calmed down. I did have Chrome open when I started the match, so. Tournament 3 is not doing a whole lot here. I know it's drawing cards, but you know what I mean. At this point, it's really just who has the most effective cards left over. He's trying to build something up. I'm also nearing the point where I might just fire off a Rolling Thunder at him. I'm gonna bog those moments pieces. And we're gonna save Ephemerate for if he has any weird interaction. See if he wants to Bonder's Ornament response. Nope. I'm gonna play out another Generous End here. I think I'm gonna pass the turn. Now we both draw cards if he decides to go with Ornament, and that seems worthwhile to hold up my mana. It's a world where I deck them as well. We're at 41, so I'm not really worried about dying here, Rolling Thunder or anything. Don't know what he could have left that wins the game. That's fine. Triple blue. In the world is this? Genuinely have no clue. Stream of thoughts? Ooh. Okay. That mills me for 12. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice here. Okay. Got me. Let's see what we got left. Not much. Fair enough. See what he has left. I'm gonna exile it, Stream of Thought. If he wants the Blasting Jelly me, I will respond, but it doesn't look like he wants to. Stream of Thought's spooky. Alright. Oh, we're gonna Rolling Thunder him. For, I think, just 13. He doesn't have Pulse. Nah. I do it for more. It respects Pulse, but I'm basically tapped out. I think we're gonna do it for 19. That way you can't just Pulse with Marasa on one of my permanents. This looks like a Weather the Storm. Yeah, fair enough. I'm very close to dead, so I thought I'd respect it. Uh, Pulse of Marasa, or not Pulse, yeah, Pulse is what I was respecting. Let's see what he's got. As of right now, I'm kind of dead. Another Stream of Thought. Hey, they got me. I don't have any outs. They exiled all my counters. Can't say that's what I thought I'd be dying to. Wonder if they're on any walls at all. Yeah, fair enough. Postboard, I think this favors us a lot, though, if this is what they're on. Alright, so we want Ancient Grudge. We want Red Blast. We cut all of this stuff. It'll let me... Come on, Magic Online. There we go. We gotta cut one more. Breath Weapon. Out. There's an argument for some amount of Blue Blast to fight over their Red Blast, but I think the answer is... I don't care. Stream of Thought's really spooky. Yeah, we'll keep. Scry. Two top. There's nothing I want a Pyroblast on too, so we're just gonna play out the Tron land in case I top deck one of my 6 artifacts. Impulse isn't the worst draw there. Alright, you got it? Oh. Oh. Being able to slam a Mole Drifter here uncontested would be amazing. Two top. Even if it's just a Prism, that's fine at this point. Spell Bomb is also fine. Dispel Bog Island, Mnemonic Wall. I'm thinking just Wall here. Even though he has the Spell Bomb on the table. I like Wall a little bit less, having drawn a second one. Mildly awkward that we didn't hit an artifact yet. Ornament, yeah. Pretty good. Now we're under pressure to draw our own ornament. Yeah, that's fine. We'll cycle Visionary's Dance here for sure. Prism versus a land. Yeah, that's an easy Prism. I might just pulse up that land as well, see if he wants to exile it. Guess not. Hit the land drop though, which means I probably am just interested in casting Teachings. Or Ancient Grudge more than likely. I don't know. Let's pass. Yeah, Teachings for Grudge here is a little too good. He can exile them if he wants. It's fine. But I cut him off so many cards like this. Start with your Spell Bomb. Yeah, there you go. Teaching for Teachings here, sure. Flicker's amazing. Back you for 2 first thing first. Oh, Flicker here. Then we get back our Flicker. We'll just discard a Power Plant probably. Then Weather the Storm, huh? I'm gonna Pyro fairly aggressively, I think. I got another wall in hand. Good draw. Unlocks his hand quite a lot. Spell Bomb, pretty annoying, but not the end of the world. That means I'm not going to flicker end step here. Back him for 2 first. I'm going to let this one resolve what they get and just counter the counter. That's probably what they're grabbing. Is like, no, just other teachings, sure. Yeah, they grabbed Dispel. That's about what I'd expect. Triple teachings, huh? What a way to go about it. I think I'm just gonna have to fight through the spellbomb with brute force. We're just gonna do it. Oh, that's probably GG then. Double Dispel here. Now we can just teachings for another counter. We're tapped out. I don't know about that one. Oh, he got prohibited. For some reason, I thought it said he got teachings. Yeah, that makes more sense. Do we win if we just under him? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage. I'm 3 short. Feels like the chance to go for it, though. At least force him to have some other stuff. I'm at 3, and then I represent a lot of damage with this Mole Drifter for the rest of the game. Oh, it's 15. I'm at 4, which is still lethal with a Mole Drifter strike next turn. Yeah, Spell Bomb, triple teachings, all this other stuff seems like it's pretty good for them. Gonna force them to have more though, so we're gonna go for it. See how much anti aggro they brought in. Captain Moment's Peace, sure. 2 flashback teachings for what you grabbing. Mystical teaching, or no, arcane denial, sure. I don't know why I keep seeing that pop up of teachings rather than anything else. Fog would be a good draw. Flicker's obviously still a good draw. What you got here? Looks like he's gonna start milling me some. Ah, arcane denial your own stream of thought. Draw some extra cards. Smart. Jesus. Yeah. Double bog. And he's gonna flashback that Moment's Piece there. I do not have the counter spell. I feel like I'm dead, but we'll see. I think I still have to do that teachings line. I think they're just better tools for the Tron matchup. See how many fogs they got. Hoping they boarded a bunch out for a bunch of dispels and stuff and spell bombs. Another Arcane Denial. Other Storm here and it's probably GG. Okay. Untapped. Sure. Start with the attack. Digging. Alright. You hit it? Nice. Having seen all of that, yeah, this is my best configuration here. What an interesting list from our opponent. Three teachings, a bunch of other stuff. The Sand has Prism, kind of close to Tron. Well, spell bombs are gonna suck, but ooh, yeah. I think I'm gonna respect a potential counter on this Prism rather than trying to get a fast turn 3 like Drifter or anything. Remora, sure. I'll just sit here on it. I'm fine with that. Don't mind trading land drops for a little bit. And I can just pay for it for the first few times. Favors me by quite a bit right now. Ancient Grudge is a decent draw. And then we've got like Impulse and stuff too. Sure. Gonna Impulse. And then pay for it. Ooh. Interesting choice here. I think Unwind is actually the pick. We'll just wall grab back our Impulse. Pass the turn. See if he hits Tron this turn or not. I'm gonna give him one card and Pyroblast this Remora. like not to pay. Bam. And 2. Bam. They had Tron. A Cave of Temptations into Ephemerate or Unwind. I don't want him to have the counter for this, is why I'm doing this. I know I have Ancient Grudge in hand, but I think this is still the correct line. Muldrifter or Cheechings? Uh, Muldrifter. I'm just gonna grab Unwind now, I think. I'll unwind pretty aggressively, even if I think I lose the fight. Pick against a barrel of Blasting Jelly. He definitely has like a teachings, right? At this point, I'm just trying to leverage my ephemerate and fight as often as possible. Gonna flashback the teachings, or are you gonna go for blowing up my wall here? Like blowing up my wall. Sure. I think that's pretty reasonable. Well, this is less good. I'm going to get Bojuka Bog. Exile that mystical teachings in your yard there. And then we cast Generous Ent. Pass the turn. Those are all decent cards. I should yield properly. Well, it's only on 2 in hand, though, so I don't hate my odds either. Ghostly Flicker's a great draw. Let's tap it like this. Ornament and Prism are both great cards. There's another wall there. I'm going to go for this now to grab probably just Unwind. Play out the map. Alright. Feeling really good now. That's more than fine. I don't really care about that anymore. We've got the lock. He's at 1 card in hand, basically. 2 cards. Right, what's the last one? That's okay. I mean, it's gonna mill me some, I guess. I don't think I counter it. Because I'm just gonna smack him for a bunch of damage a turn for a bit. I'd rather fight over any potential top deck teachings and stuff like that. I think as long as I keep this up, I just win the game, right? All right, pivot. Pretty spooky, but we're gonna win this one. I just don't know what outs they have left. I have enough counters even if they top deck another stream of thought. Yeah, there we go. All right, 3-0. Cool list though. I'm always a fan of innovations like that. Always fun to see them. Fortunately, I kind of crushed their dreams. All right, see you for round 4. All right, round 4. Restarted my computer. Hopefully it's doing a bit better now. Feels better. I'm gonna mulligan this one. I don't. It just does nothing even if I get Tron. It's too much. And it's a little worrying as well, but I think it's better than the first one. The top decks fairly well. Obviously, if I never hit anything, we're just going to lose this game of Magic, but I think it's better than mulling to 5. I'm not sure if our opponent's actually here or not. I'm going to mute the microphone while I eat and wait for him to go up. Nope, never mind. I'll take my lunch later. We're going to put a teachings on the bottom. I ate through most of that lunch. So. Forge Bridge, huh? Oh, that's not a very exciting draw. Basic Swamp. Got it. Okay. Our draw is kind of terrible. We'll see how it goes. Worst part is, if they start wildfiring me, I drew both of my islands, so there's only a basic forest left. Yeah, Spellbomb's pretty good. Double Spellbomb. That is, in fact, very good against my hand right now. Pretty solid draw. We'll pass the turn. I've got teachings. I'm probably grabbing crop rotation. Never mind, we'll just teachings. I don't know what I'm going to grab then. We're casting Unfathomable Truce next turn, so maybe I just grab like an Ephemerate and threaten the spell bombs. Offerings away a land. Wow, okay. I guess I did want to grab crop rotation then, but I figured that since I'm drawing 3 here, it's not too bad. He's probably going to do another draw spell here. Yep. I think I'm just going to chump with the spawn here. Use it to gain 5 life. That seems worthwhile. Not the best situation here. I don't really want to wall. And we can't flashback our teachings either, which kind of sucks. But we can kick Prohibit. Seems worthwhile, because probably just playing his, yeah, Red and Chrysalis, which I think I'm interested in countering. The third spell bomb is insane. Okay. Yeah. Triple spell bomb, and I'm not even close to Tron, or having really anything good in my hand. Maul Drifter would be great. Kind of dead next turn. Rolling Thunder. Yeah, it does nothing. Yeah. I mean, I die if I don't do this, so here we are. Triple spell bomb. We failed to find Tron. No Maul Drifters. No answer the Infiltrator. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good way to lose. Breath Weapon seems pretty bad. I don't think I need all these weathers. I want Ancient Grudge. I think I like Stonehorn more than Moment's Peace. Even one. And then I want some number of Hydroblast. I don't know how many. Rolling Thunder. Probably keep it. This spell seems better. Prohibit seems good. Guess I can cut the other weather. I don't think I need that many. I don't think I need it, really. Do 2 Hydros, then the Grudge. Yeah, this seems fine. Pretty unfortunate draws are on our end, though. I suppose it could have teachings for something else. The card I had teachings for was Truths, typically there. So I grabbed Ephemerate. Because I think that sets me up the best to win. I know it did nothing that game, but if I'm going to beat double Spellbomb on the table, I'm going to need Ephemerate. And then we just drew all lands, but somehow didn't have Tron. That sucked. Okay. I mean, I'll keep it. Probably playing Cave on 2. Protect myself from a cleansing wildfire. Sure. Works out for me. Cast Truce on his turn. If we draw, I might cycle the Ent if we don't draw any good colors. I don't. I think casting Truth is just too good this turn. I don't want to hydro it. Wildfire. All right. Solid stuff. Let's go. Ornament. I think I'm just gonna play a generous Ent here. Get on the board. He's gonna cast down. I'm not gonna fight over that. I think that's fine. I think eating a cast down for a generous Ent's a really solid trade for me. Arrest. Yeah, okay. He might take Visionary's Dance here. And doesn't do much beyond it. He takes the Dispel. I do have Bonder's Ornament, so it's not like it's that awful. He has the hate for Ornament, then yeah, kind of in trouble. There's the Chrysalis, sure. Teachings is a pretty great draw here. Let's grab a tower. Pass the turn. That's fine. Don't really care about these guys. Familiar's also fine. We're just going to discard this forest. I'm just going to do this. And draw a card. Mystical Teachings. What do I want to grab here? I just want to grab another Teachings for now. I will fight over the Small Drifter if he pyros me. We're going to grab a Cave of Temptations here. Or no, we're actually going to grab the basic island because that's better. It lets me draw off Ornament and hold up Hydro. I'm not too worried about dying yet. I mean, here in a turn or two, yeah, sure. Happily trade here. Always yield. Sure. I'm gonna draw a card. Go map or Cave. Pass. Start crop rotation. This is mildly awkward. We die if he has if he pyros me here. Because I don't have the fog. I didn't have the mana for it. That's why I casted the Drifter though. I was kind of hoping you'd try to pyro that. Because double pyro I wasn't winning anyways. Sure. I misplay. No, I kind of like how I played it. We just had an awkward draw both games. I suppose I could have not blocked the refurbished familiar and just chumped a chrysalis, but my colors were just so restricted the entire game. No, see you for round 5. All right, next round here on the play. Tron Lens Prism. Pretty happy. My tea's ready, so I'm actually going to take a quick break. All right. Prism. Impulse. Great draw. Looks like Boggles. Curb does play a lot of those. Yeah, there's the Ledge Walker. We've got Prohibit. I will counter like an Ethereal Armor or something. I counter most enchantments, I think, here. Just because I'm not doing a whole lot otherwise. I can't counter an Ancestral Mask, and if they're heads up, that's what they go for. Yeah, I like that line a lot from them. My tea today is a Russian Caravan, which is a mix of basically an Assam bunch of straight teas. Ooh, this is not very good either. I think it's either Wall or Prism. I'm gonna grab Wall. So the reason why it's that is Prism draws me further to a fog, but if I draw the fog, Wall gets me to Current. But it's looking kind of rough here. Yeah, we'll counter an Ethereal Armor. He's probably got more. Spirit Link. 9. That changes the clock by a bit. So yeah, we'll kind of have to counter it. Darn. Hoping he snag an Ethereal Armor. Maybe it's just better to counter the Rancor there. I don't know. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Might be incorrect to grab this here. I feel like it's my only hope, though. Buy a turn with it. Rumble's fine. for us. I think what I'm actually going to do is Ghostly Flicker like this to cantrip. Alright, we untap, we win. Not sure if we'll untap or not, though. Looks like we untap. Excellent. Oh, even drew the Moment's Peace. Yeah, I'll wall up a Prohibit then, or actually Ghostly Flicker. Game 1, I'm not too worried about any weird interaction stuff, so... Post board, I gotta worry about potential Flaring Pains, the fight cards. I mean, he might have them game 1. I feel like the odds are lower. Yeah, he has no outs. He saw the flicker. Goes that Moment's Peace. We're good to go. Definitely bring those two in. Don't really need Breath Weapon. Don't really need Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder might help win, but I'm not too concerned about that. This spell... I don't know. This feels like what I want to be at. Sure. Not sure if that's actually good or not, but I guess that's what we'll do. On the draw, no fog, no colored mana. I think that's a little too risky. What in the world is this? Oh my goodness. We'll try it. Just needs to draw a Moment's Peace, and it's pretty good. Yeah, Ledgewalker, that's fine. See what they've got. Cloak, sure. Free here. No, we'll just go for the land. Fine. Don't really have a whole lot of reason to cycle Generosent. A mask and another cloak. Probably just grab some mask here. Yep. Plays it. Taking 5. And then we grab Tower and I can Teachings for Fog. I might end up having to cycle the Ent for a green source. Let's see, he might be able to kill me this turn. I don't know. If he has another big spell, it's going to be a little awkward. 13. Yeah. I mean, I have Weather the Storm. This way I can Teachings for Fog and still survive the hit afterwards. Playing Generous Ent number 2 here doesn't do me a whole lot. That's not a very good draw. Teachings for Fog. And yeah, if he has the punch, we're dead. But what you gonna do? Not grabbing red here. Yep. The only other line we have is like cast Generous Scent and gain some life like that, but I don't think that's a winning line either. Yeah, ship it back. No, I don't think I will on either. Oh boy. I think I keep just teachings in both maps and then the lands. Feels like my best chance to win this game or even play this game. I don't like my chances to very much with a hand like this though. Because their draw last game was very slow. Yeah, that's about as bad as it gets. Yeah. We still grab tower here. Hope to top deck an artifact that filters. It's not like I'm casting anything if I don't, so. Okay. No need to crack it right away. Might as well wait. They have an answer to a moment's peace. We just lose this game. I a draw like this, mold a 5, didn't even have a good 5. Kind of at the mercy of our opponents here. Keep hoping to see him mill over a sideboard card so we can get some insight into what the heck he's doing over there. He's probably just grabbing Grain Core. Yep. Oh, didn't mean to tap both. There we go. Oh my goodness. These draws. Be the death of me. Hoping he doesn't have lethal here. He has lethal here. Cool. Die to a Dispel. Feeling extremely dead here. Yeah, I have fog, but like I don't have anything to do after the fog either. Oh, I've natural Tron and 4 cards. That's cool. That gives me another turn. Potentially multiple, actually. You can flash it back for a fog as well. Might as well do it upkeep. Okay. If he draws Flaring Pain, we die anyways, so not gonna respect it. Grab the other teachings here. Pulse doesn't really do me a whole lot. Still don't really feel like I'm getting anywhere, and I'm almost out of fogs now. Decided to put a little fear in me. Attack after not doing that for several turns. That's a fantastic draw. I think I grab Island. Yeah. Watch it back. Abundant Growth, almost definitely. He's already got lethal and then some. Might as well try and draw a card off it. Yep. I think my best bet is going Unfathomable Truths, accepting that I'm gonna not cast it right here. Gotta be Stonehorn Dignitary or just Death, so. I suppose a Weather the Storm at this rate might be good enough. Do you have Deglamour? No, thank goodness. Here's a Weather the Storm, alright. He might still kill me if he just has another mask or something. Or double armor, we're at... Oh, yeah. 1 HP. Unfortunate. One more round, probably not top 8ing anymore. Alright. Round 6, probably the last round. I don't think I have any hope of top 8ing. I'm looking breakers here 12th or 13th. So it's not looking too likely at a 4 and 2. This hand's perfectly fine. And now it's fantastic. Where were these hands in my last 2 matches? I think I'm just more comfortable playing eggs these days. I just don't like Flicker Tron in the metagame. There's too many weird matchups. Ooh, turn to Utron. That's pretty spooky. Alright. Like back in the day, I know I was a Flickertron specialist, but these days it's just I don't really find the matchups as fun. I love playing against the fairy matchups, all these counterspell matchups, the blue black control matchups, these mid range matchups. They were fun. I don't know. I just it feels less fun, less interactive these days. And when it is, it's usually just you're kind of forced to make them have it, or you have it. There's no. It's a little less good these days. Let's see what we draw. We drew a land. Do I want to weather for 9? Yeah, I'll just weather for 9 here, and then I'm probably playing this Generous Ent to stonewall my opponent's board. Probably playing this dance is just a dance. We'll see. Makes me more inclined to want to play it this turn. I don't know. He's got double Blood Fountain. Anything else this turn? Enforcer? Yeah, we're just going to go for the Generous Ent then. By Visionary's Dance, I can cast Ent and draw a card off of Bonder's Ornament. So, yeah, we'll just do this turn then. I think it's fine. Buy a little bit of time, get some 3/3s, trade with the Neutron Monitor. If he wants to spend the Blood Fountain on it, sure, I guess. Or if he just wants to Galvam, that's also great. Excellent. Bargain. You got L-Bomb. Sure. A little awkward here. I might... Let's attack for 3 first. Then I think I'm just going to wall up this Visionary's Dance, see if I can't get him to crack the Spell Bomb. Lets me have it. Nice. Get some value out of it while we can. Also the fact that like half of the format is main decking for Nihil Spell Bombs. Not the most fun Magic when I'm trying to cast Mnemonic Wall. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's a worthwhile trade for me. He eats my Ent, my wall. My wall already got Dance back. We are really dancing it up here. All right. I'm okay with this. Ton of pressure out of nowhere. There's a good chance our opponent starts trading with Neutron Monitor and Blood Fountains it back, and then that feels like the game's heading in my direction to win. If he attacks with the monitor, I'm not interested in trading. I've got double Moment's Peace. Just gonna smack you for 9. Blood Fountain for your Enforcer, sure. Fine by me. Also didn't do him too much here. Got another one. Now what? Didn't crack the spell bomb to try and find anything? Pretty surprising. Sure, Relic's cute. Tap one down. I still have lethal on board. You have another. No? Okay. I'll take it. Oh, lifelink. Yeah, okay. I see you. I've got moments peace. A fog for 4 life. I don't really feel like losing to double galvanic blast here. Grudge seems great. Breath weapon seems mediocre. I want some number of hydroblasts. I don't think Stonehorn's where I want to be at. Really know if double weather's where I really want to be at either. I want like 3. Let's cut a wall and fog maybe. No, I think the fogs are fine. I don't know. Yeah, it is just a wall and a weather, I guess. That's not a wall. Okay, got it submitted. Post board, it feels like they're pretty favored. Like they get a ton of Pyroblast and they've got the cheap pressure and the spell bombs. And maybe I'm wrong and it's fine for me, but it does feel like they're favored. I guess the other part of me feeling like Tron like this is less good is the format's just so fast now. Spending all this time sculpting your hand and mana base, kind of rough. I don't think the deck's bad or anything. I just don't know if that's my style anymore. That's how I play. Want to play in a format this fast. Just lean heavier towards combo. I do want to try Ruby Storm one of these days. Alright, Blood Fountain, go up on artifacts. Have any... No Utroms, no Mirror Enforcers is real nice. I'll just pass the game. I've got Impulse. Familiar is fine. I'll just discard like Rolling Thunder probably. Not doing anything for a while. He wants to spell bomb it, sure. I don't need it to win. Munition. Kind of want to unwind it. I do want to answer it eventually, and this way I can still cast. No, I can't cast anything afterwards. Oh well. I'm a little tired, I guess. Holy cow. I think I still do that just because munitions is really good cracking that cryogen relic. Prism 2 is a great draw. It's pretty whatever at this point. Now we're fairly well set up. As soon as I hit Tron, we've got these drifters with the hydro protection. Wow, that's all he's doing. That's great. All those other cards are good, but getting Tron is better. Get Pyro? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Love to see it. Yeah, we're just double drifting. You're gonna crack it anyways. Why not crack to look for Pyro, at least in response to the second drifter? What that doing here? I guess it answers Generous Ent. I don't need to block this. You bring in Blue Blast? Wow. I'm okay with that, honestly. For my what? Two red cards? That seems a little loose. I mean, sure, you got something there. Familiar, I do not care about. Card a map. Honestly, probably should have discarded Forest. Doesn't matter. Go Prism on the Expedition map afterwards. I'll just pass back, and when he attacks me, we'll block both and then flicker. Yeah. Blue Blast was an Extract the Confession where why our opponent looked so anemic. They're sitting on those weird cards. I feel like post board they have some better options, but I'll take a win. I don't think we're gonna top 8. I'll keep it open and maybe I do, and then there's more to this video. But yeah, I'll wait till the end to do my closing comments, I suppose, and just pack it on at the end. Decent games. All right. Swiss ended. I got 10th place. Close, but not quite. Uh, if I were to change anything, not really. I think the list is fine where it's at for my playstyle. I also just think it's just I like eggs more nowadays. I want to cast Ghostly Flicker, but it's just not good enough anymore. Like anytime I'm playing Ghostly Flicker, instead of feeling like I've got inevitability, which is kind of what you always leaned on, it feels like I gotta aggressively try to end the game, and that's just not where I'm at. I really like a deck that I can confidently say, if this game goes on long, I win, no matter what. So I'm just going to focus on making this game go long. And then that just doesn't really happen anymore. It feels like I'm playing a combo deck where I've got to assemble it before my opponent can muster a good defense. And I don't think that's where I want to be at when I'm playing Control Tron. It's a control deck that hopefully kills the combo. But with all of the tools that your opponents have in Paupers these days, it just feels like you're playing a combo deck that hopefully gets there. If that makes sense. I know it's not the most your thing, but I'm kind of tired. I played a lot of Magic today and done some other stuff. I played a little bit off camera too. I played a League and the new Vintage Cube on Moto. I probably won't record those. I'll probably just upload videos from the LSV server because the quality of opponent's quite a bit higher, and I also rather like a cube where you're playing against the same people in your pod. I think it's a lot better than just a random league where you can have a Black Lotus, your opponent can have a Black Lotus, and it gets kind of weird. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.